Big V TV. Great to have you with us for a Thursday night. Talking awards tonight, the coaches and players of the month for the month of May. And there's a fair bit to get through, but Steve Chalmers joins me at the desk. Mr. Sniffles is back with us 2 nights in a row now.
He had the afterburners on after last night's show.
Yeah.
Had to make sure it recovered, the ice baths, the everything, just outside the back of the studios.
Yes.
But he's back for another night. Hopefully he can take the stand solo tomorrow night, because I think I'm just coming up with a little bit of...
Oh, here we go. Tomorrow night, yeah.
A little bit of a cold.
I am a bit under the weather.
Yes.
It's funny you should mention that, Steve. I'm a bit under the weather. I'm not sure that we'll be here for tomorrow night's show, Craig. You might be by yourself, but Craig, great to have you back. The only guy that's ever been to the doctors, and the doctor said, please stop wasting my time. So
Wow.
Good to have you back.
Haven't been to the doctors in years, actually. So very healthy person normally.
Oh, very healthy. You know, it didn't
First
work.
sick day in 2 years.
Yeah, that's not what they were saying at head office. Anyway, D2 Women, player and coach of the month. Let's get stuck straight into it. Big award winners for the month of May. We're going to start off with the coach.
Yeah, Ben Carroll out at Craigieburn. Just beats out the likes of Warren Taylor from Wallen. 4-0 in this month. With injury concerns mounting, the team still managed to get through a pretty tough month. 4-0. They had a thrilling buzzer-beating win against the then second-place Melbourne Uni, who we know are a good club.
That's Tommy's boy, the surfer out there at Craigieburn.
Correct.
That's Tommy's
Yes,
boy,
yes.
surfing family. Well done to Benny. What about player of the month?
We head to the Bay. We
Yes.
go to Mornington.
I like this, Steve.
Fiona Darnell has had a ripping month, just over 20 points per game, 13 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists, 2.5 steals. She plays nearly 40 minutes every game for the Breakers, provides some great leadership, and is very competitive despite Mornington's position on the ladder.
Remember the vision of Chris Judd running around with both of his shoulders taped up? That's Fiona Darnell week in, week. She's carrying that team on her shoulders. She's done an enormous job down there. She had a wonderful season. Well done to Fiona.
Special mention to Jenna Conroy from Melton and Laura Ballagante from Melbourne Uni.
Weren't too far away from all reports. Let's go to Division 2 Men. Player and coach of the month. We'll start off with the coach, Steve.
Oh, well, I was hoping you were going to take me to the player of the month, but that's all right. Coach of the month is at Craigieburn. It's Simon Wilson, just knocking off Dylan Tice from Coburg, who had
He missed out.
3 from 4 this month. But Wilson, 6
Oh, that's pretty good.
and 0,
Yep.
sitting atop of the ladder at 10 and 2. 9 straight wins, in fact. That's
They're on
dating
fire.
back from April, including a 9-point win over Mildura up north.
Yeah, no, very, very good.
9-point win up north is the equivalent of 45 points at
Yeah,
home.
so true. Well done to Willow. Player of the month. We'll sit Craig on ice.
Throw
for a
it to
moment.
Steve.
Good.
Yeah, no,
Throw it
because
to Steve.
he's been pumped up about this. He's been running around with his chest pumped out because apparently he's been one of those stalkers. He's best mates with him on
He's best friends.
Facebook and Twitter and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. It's yours.
There's only one player in the league Steve likes more.
Oh, well, we know that. We
know
mentioned
that.
that
Well,
last night.
don't
But-
get me wrong, he's up there, Damon Smith,
Oh,
especially
Smitty.
this month.
Smitty.
I must thank him. He's appreciative. He's hitting up on Twitter
Yeah.
over the last week
Good
and a
work,
half.
good work, Damon.
He's noticed that I'm providing the confidence. He's got the confidence. He's got the swagger. Earned himself May Player of the Month. 20 points per game, 10.5 rebounds, 5 dimes, nearly 1.5 steals, shooting at 45.5% from the field. Just knocked over Nat O'Hara and Dexter Graham from Camberwell and Melton, respectively. And did I mention?
Can I just say
he
you wrote these
outscored-
notes,
He
didn't you?
outscored Calvin Henry in that game where
Mayor of Mildura.
you thought Calvin Henry was
Yes,
going to ball.
I know.
Steve, we've been trying to get Calvin Henry to make the trip down to a Big V
Won't
awards
happen.
night.
Won't happen.
And I'm just
We've
smacking
been buttering
down.
him up, and
Won't
what you're
happen.
doing right now is just forcing him to stay at home in Mildura.
Well, the other thing Smitty doesn't understand, Craig, is now that he's earned himself a stalker, mate, have fun trying to get rid of him.
Ango's been
It just
trying
won't
for 2
happen.
years
Yeah,
now.
it just doesn't happen, mate. So good luck with that. Rightio, D1 Women, well done to Simon and Damon. Big month for Craigieburn, huge month. Let's go to Division 1 Women, the coach and player of the month. Let's start off with the coach. We are headed down the coast.
Yeah, Louise Brown from Warrnambool just gets over the top of Michael Davies, who was so close from Casey. Undefeated in May, going 5-0, and defeated the then second place Mildura as a bit of a highlight.
Did Michael Davies coach the whole month for Casey? Or is he incoming, outgoing? What's the go? They haven't had some coaching changes?
Well, Michael Davies / Casey's duo was
Yeah.
close
Okay.
to nabbing Coach of the Month.
Right.
But it'd be interesting if they had have got it too. Like, do we have to put...
Well,
half and half.
didn't Southern Pen have 3 winners last month?
They did.
that's
That's
true.
a very good point. They did. So well done to Lou Brown of Warrnambool Coach of the Month for Division 1 Women. Thoroughly deserved Player of the Month. And I've been saying it for some time. When this team puts the foot down, and this player is usually leading that team, just watch out. They are a smoky right now, and she's having a wonderful season.
Yeah, absolutely. She's at the front of the pack when the Werribee Devils are up and about. That's Alyssa Bennett we're talking about. Just knocked off Alexis Gassillon from the Heat. 22.5 points, 14.5 rebounds per game, including the 29.19 rebound effort, which was the highest score for her in the month and, in fact, the year.
I like what the She Devils are doing. You and I follow them closely.
Yes.
Craig doesn't go past Baldwin.
Where's Baldwin? That's a bit far from
probably a
here.
little bit far, you're right. Let's go to Division 1 men. Looking at the Coach and Player of the Month for May, and we'll start off with the player. He has been an absolute ripper, Craig.
Yeah, been in brilliant form all season. We make the trip out to Shepparton for Cam Vines,
Yes,
who has been
good.
tearing it up. 27 points per game, over 11 boards, 2.5 assists, 1.5 steals, hits nearly 3 threes per game, just beats out the likes of Dylan Travis, Xavier Blunt and Corey Standifer.
It is such a tight race every month in this competition, and if you're at the head of the pack, you know that you've been in some pretty hot form.
Well, I'm actually quite surprised this month. We've only got the winner and then 3
Yeah, you've got
honourable
about
mentions.
12.
Usually we're
It's about
filling off
36 last
13 names, 15 names. But big time player Cam Vines certainly stepped it up in May, and Shepparton reaping the rewards.
Well, Shepparton are going to get another award right now because they've also picked up Coach of the Month.
That's right, Lee Bathman leading the charge at the Gators, 5-0, and in those 5 wins knocked off Geelong, Chelsea, Warrandyte, Bulleen and Latrobe City.
Good month during May for Shepparton. Both Cam Vines and Lee Bathman picking up awards. Well done. They will certainly celebrate. Let's go to State Champ Women, and we'll start off with Coach of the Month.
We are out to Ringwood, who are always good and always consistent, and Tim Motton picking up Coach of the Month. Just beats out Matt Shanahan from Knox, who's also been rolling. They were 4-0 this month, beat Sunbury and Hume, which are big wins at home, and then beat Southern Penn and Keilor away. Like, that's a huge month.
And I think Matty Shanahan was right there again because Knox had a big month. I think Ringwood probably just had the tougher games in that month.
Yeah, correct. We
Yeah.
mentioned Sunbury and Southern Peninsula, especially the Sharks on the road. Tough place to win down there, and the Hawks did it convincingly.
Let's go to the Player of the Month, Steve, because this team's on a bit of a roll right now, and this particular player has had a lot to do with it. And despite the late start to the season, could start to figure in MVP conversations given the current form.
Correct. Came in late from a Europe stint, rejoined, I should say, the Boomers, and that's Sarah Booth. Averages of 26 points, 15 rebounds per game. Had nearly 3.5 assists too as a centre.
Beat home Orla O'Reilly, who was sensational
Yeah, she's
during
been brilliant
May.
form.
Cass Mahelko's been good as well, so that was a hot contest. So well done to Tim Motton from Ringwood, Sarah Booth from Bulleen. Let's go to State Champ Men to finish it all off for a Thursday night. Coach of the Month, thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, you said he was racking up games at twice the rate everyone else is. He's also racking up awards at twice the rate everyone else is.
Here we
Won one
go.
with the Youth League 1 men yesterday.
Who is that, Craig?
Ilias Palionis.
Who is it? Ilias? Ilya Palionis.
That wasn't too bad.
Right, fair enough.
Beats out Ken Harrington, D-Mac and Trevor Lee, who all had good seasons in their own right.
Seasons or months?
Months
Right,
in their
okay.
all good seasons as well.
Right, okay.
Record of 4-1 and consolidated outright second spot. Ground out a tough win versus McKinnon.
Well, they were up by about 30 in that game at one stage, so very good team.
You guys came back on them.
No, we did, but very good team, Waverley. I like the way they're rolling at the moment.
And I'd like to announce the player of the month as well, just because you guys.
Oh, here we go.
I picked this man to finish top 3 in MVP.
He's been pumping him up.
Picked this man to finish top 3 in MVP, and I won't say you guys are haters, but you were hating a little bit.
Wow.
Hey, are you kidding me?
You didn't believe
I'm
in
his
this
biggest
pick.
fan. Lenny, are you kidding me?
Raheem and Lenny Levens.
Raheem and I get on like
From
wildfire,
Casey.
don't you worry.
21 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 2 steals, double-double in all 6 games, and 1 assist shy of a triple-double against Waverley.
Can I just...
Did he just say that we're not Lenny Lemons?
no,
Are you
well,
kidding me?
thankfully Lenny knows.
Oh, Lenny
And,
does know.
Can I just give a quick shout out to someone in terms of a team that's struggling this year?
Oh, please do, Steve.
Latrobe City.
Yes.
Right. Latrobe City struggling a little bit in Division 1 men.
Yes.
I want to give them a quick shout out, a good pump up, because you look at some of the players that Raheem Lemons beat out: Jordan Coleman, Jacob Gibson, and Connor Coolis
In state
championship
Yep.
men. Raheem Lemons and Jordan Coleman have both come up from the Latrobe City's program in
Yep.
Division 1. That's where they were initially recruited.
Yes. Yep.
Big hats off to the Energy, because
Got
those
them out here
two
first.
are certainly putting up big numbers in state championship.
Yes, I agree with that. Got them out here first. Just speaking of Latrobe City, to change the subject, of course, both imports gone home injured, I think, for this season. Got some good kids. I know they're not winning games, but geez, they've got some good kids coming
Yeah,
through.
they do. You're right.
That young D'Angelo
Yeah,
kid,
D'Angelo
he's
can
a
play.
good player. So well done to all of our winners. Congratulations for the month of May. I am feeling a little under the weather, Steve, so I can't guarantee that I'll be here tomorrow night. It's been a tough week. I might need a little bit of R&R tomorrow. If we're not here and Craig has to run the show tomorrow night, what will he be doing?
Well, Craig will be, if of course it's just himself, Craig will be, you know how we touched on season in review, 2008, 2013. One of your requests was, what's the league going to look like in 5 years' time?
We're going to leave that to Craig
In the
tomorrow
future.
night.
In the future.
We're going to leave that to him
We
tomorrow
could
night.
potentially be leaving that to Craig
Jeez,
tomorrow
we're
night.
lucky we're not doing one from the past if I'm doing it alone. I'll
So
say that.
30 seconds ago, I had a fever. Now I'm sweating bullets because we're going to leave the future predictions to him
In
tomorrow
charge.
night.
In charge.
I might have to roll in for half an hour tomorrow night, I think. Anyway, there you go. Have a great night. I think most teams would be training tonight, would they not? Or having the night off for the long weekend?
Night off, I think.
What would you do? Would you give him a night off?
If you've
We're
won,
training.
if you won last week, and if you're happy with your form, I'd give them a rest
Or
night.
maybe it's a movie and bowling night.
Yeah,
or
I think it's a
something like
team
that.
bonding session.
Whatever you're doing tonight, enjoy yourselves. Well done to all of our winners during the month of May. Some of us, all of us, one of us may be back here tomorrow night on Big VTV. 5:30 PM as always. We'll see you then.